Anyway, on my end it sounds bad, but it's transparent. Alcohol sounds fine.
You say it tastes good when you live on the line. Breathe now, and night is falling. You say it tastes good when you live on the line. Breathe
I like to say
and night is falling. You say it tastes good when you live on the line. Breathe now, and night is falling, falling, falling.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the Anti-Media Radio. You're here live with Lavonne from the Love Lab in my hometown of Lemon Grove. Thank you for joining me on UCY.tv. Anti-Media Radio is Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And East Coast, of course, 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. Or 12 a.m., I should say. But I'm really excited about tonight's program. I'm joined live by Sir Scribbles. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. He's a local artist, entrepreneur, extravaganza extraordinaire / organizer. He does a lot of things. We're going to talk to him about what he's got going on in the community. Hopefully it inspires you as it has inspired myself, with lots of other people sharing that same notion. I don't know if I told you, but Ponder and Excel are the lovely people that produced and recorded my song. I never say thank you to them. I wanted to make sure to do that tonight, and I almost forgot. So, thanks, guys. Back to our main focus here, though, is I met Scribbles via an event that I'm pretty sure I told you guys about called Palura Agora.
It's pronounced Perlu Agora.
I'm sorry, I'm the worst at that. It's French.
I've
right?
no idea. I think it's Greek.
It's a word that I'm really good at butchering. Say it one more time.
Perlu Agora.
Okay, now I know. Perlu Agora.
You're gonna forget it.
No, I'm not.
It's
It's recorded. I can listen to it now.
no one knows how to say it.
Okay. It's a secret marketplace.
Well, it is a very terribly kept secret.
It's the secret everyone wants to know. It's a cannabis-friendly marketplace, and it's fantastic. Tell us what inspired it or how it came about and what goes on there.
Well, every week we just have a bunch of vendors of various brands and kind of distribute them amongst their patients. So it could be anything from edibles to flour to whatever. And you can also catch me drawing or painting live during the event as well. And see all my previous artwork, which is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, it is really cool. I asked you to come talk to the audience tonight mostly because I was really intrigued by your experience with cannabis. How old are you? Do you mind me telling people or asking that? You can say what generation
23.
you were. Okay, so you're early 20s. You've recently experienced the elevation, right, from being high or whatever people call it. And what changed for you?
Well, growing up, I've always been like very anti-alcohol, drug. They're all in the same condemning subject, but just due to some relatively recent life changes last year, I had some free time and decided to try an edible for the first time, and that's when everything was just so much better. I had a new love for art and drawing, and I kind of just dove into that. Granted, I had a little bit of time.
So it was like I told you earlier, cannabis is my muse. You feel the same way, in a sense. Like it inspires. Like I saw your progression, like a sample of it. Your art was different before cannabis, in a sense, like based on your own description.
Definitely. I don't want to say cannabis makes me more creative in the sense that I wasn't that creative.
Mm-hmm.
It was more liberating in the sense that sober, even though it's never been said, I feel like these pressures as an artist to conform to what people think may or may not can be considered good. So with cannabis, I don't care about what I think people would like, and I draw literally what just feels right.
Ah, that's awesome. So it's like it removes your inhibition in a way. It allows you to be like ultra creative in a sense, like unlocks what you already have.
I try to make an analogy. It's like me freestyle dancing over a canvas, and people just happen to like it. So I don't know why, but
Well, I like your art. Since we're talking about your art, can we tell people where to find it and how to follow you? Because we posted a picture of your art tonight on the Anti-Media's Facebook, just because that was the first piece of your art that I saw, and it caught my eye before I didn't know anything of you other than you're this guy who makes art and you help put on this event. And I saw that piece of art that you had made that day, and I was like, oh. And you're so modest about it. I think your art's amazing, and it's symmetrical. I love that symmetry, but that's my opinion. But I like everything you're doing. Sorry, this light's in my eyes, so I'm not looking at you directly. But I'm being awkward. I'm not even looking at him. I'm like, ah.
Just look at the trees.
I'm just gonna look
at the flowers.
But it's so cool. Like, this marketplace is building a community. Have you realized that yet?
I have definitely realized that. It feels like a cult. I'm kidding. It's not. So for those that are like super sensitive, it's not. You're just not cool. But there is a strong sense of family and community for everyone. So everyone feels nice, they feel safe to really kind of explore and meet new people, and it shows people new ways to experience cannabis in all of its forms. Some people, the networking capabilities there are really helpful to a lot of people.
And there are people throughout California attending. Like, I've met people from northern LA, which is really impressive. And how long have you been doing this?
It's definitely a recent venture. We started last month.
Okay. So it's gaining a lot of momentum, though. And you mentioned that it's very, like, there's a very family-like vibe, and it's true. And I feel like you kind of set the tone. It literally is a family event. You know, you're supported by your family, and it's evident, and it's so cool to witness.
Well, thank you. I just want to throw that, should be needless to say, but somehow I feel like I should say it, disclaimer, not a family event to where you bring...
exactly. But there's a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood, there's a love, there's a vibe.
There's a nice adults mutual relationship.
Yeah, Prop 215, 420 patients only. They're verified. There's security. It's like, it's for adults.
Gotta throw that out there.
Yeah, everything's legal. We're following guidelines, so we're practicing our rights, which I love to see, and that's really why I wanted to showcase your ability. In your enthusiasm towards building community, because people talk about it a lot. And I don't know if you know, but Anti-Media proclaimed this year of solutions. Last year was Year of Truth, just kind of getting people on board to what's going on in the world. This is Year of Solutions. We can talk about government or blah, 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 we need more things. But until you do something.
This is very true.
But you're practicing solutions. Like, you guys had an idea, you put it together, and how did it come about? Like, how could somebody repeat this process of putting on a mini festival? Like, what do they need to do?
To give out these seemingly pointless tips to success, you just need space and good intentions and really good partners to be able to organize. Because when I went into this, I knew no one just was a man with a half-shaped dream and a pocket full of
Mexican candy.
No, that's probably gone. That never makes it to the pocket. But beside the point, social media such as Mass Roots is how I was able to kind of organize these events through other people that I happen to have met or other people that I've known. We kind of had this general idea that once was cooked up in a garage, like all best ideas, while I was
True.
very much under the influence.
Ah, you were elevated. And yeah, I mean, I know it seems rudimentary to mention how it occurred, but it is simple. Those things you just stated are not difficult, and that's the point, peoples out there listening, is like, if you have an idea, if there's something you want to do it. Seriously, don't be limited by a mindset or a thing that may seem like an obstacle. Like, there's some way to overcome it. Like, Monday through Thursday on the Anti-Media, we talk a lot about current events, which is usually war, who's killing who. So Fridays, I try and inspire our audience and give them, like, practical things they can do or tell them something cool so that to end their week, like, on a positive note. Start the weekend off right.
Did you just say you have, like, a weekly killing part? Oh, that makes me hurt.
No, we don't partake in any killing.
I know that, but it's...
I know,
like,
but we...
schedule that discussion?
No, it's just typically, like, you know, we're a media organization and we cover the news. And sadly, like, a lot of the things that are going on in the world is traumatic. Is that a better word? So on tonight's program, or Friday nights, I try and, like, use education to inspire people. And, like, that's really what your event's about. It's like, it's mass education, people sharing their ideas, and there's so many cool concepts. Like the guy who does the Rolls Choice adhesive pen.
Yes, definitely.
What are your thoughts on that product?
Very sanitary. Like I said, I'm very new to the whole thing, so I haven't had the chance to use it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have years of experience. I just know spit, no spit.
So I talked to you guys about that last week, I believe, the Rolls Choice adhesive. It's like new to my attention too is you can pass a cavity via saliva. So many people glob up a joint or a blunt to share. It's like, you know, it's like a community thing. People just share them. But this eliminates that need to, like, put your DNA all over it. And it's really inventive. I like it. And that's just one of the things that I see there. And everything's really, it's really medically inclined in the sense that people are there because they have a need. You know, they're all patients. So that's cool.
It definitely fulfills the cleanliness part of what patients need, which makes it safer overall.
True. But it's for everybody is what I'm saying. Like, all demographics. So yeah, there's thunder. All demographics, you know, I'm not going to say everybody that use cannabis smoked out of a paper, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come up at one point or another. So, but yeah, like I was saying, overall, that's just one example of the cool stuff that you find there at your event. Are you guys planning to do any other things? Like, I know you mentioned to me briefly that you guys may expand, you may move locations. How do people keep up with the marketplace? Like, how do they follow that specifically?
Well, we try to keep it on social media. Like I said,
Mass Roots is a good way.
That is a good place. I will also throw out the disclaimer, I'm terrible with social media myself, so we try to keep everything posted through either myself or my other co-host, Rolls Choice.
Right.
I hope there are links involved. If there are not, oh man. Why no links? Don't they links? It's terrible Spanish. Just look up Perlu Agora on Facebook, or I assume Instagram.
It's definitely on Instagram.
It's on Instagram and Mass Roots, and we try to keep everything relatively updated through there. But I like to keep it more in a community sense, so I like to have people contact me directly.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay without giving out your contact information?
On the radio, definitely not. But once I shake your
Nah.
hand and I feel you're an okay person,
I like that. Yeah. I like
I may consider, almost considering contacting you.
that. Okay. Okay.
There is the occasional, like, creeper that comes through that you don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a nice person, just one you should probably, avoid.
I feel you. Arm's length relationship.
No, just stay away.
No length at all. But yeah, I feel you. And I really appreciate that though. Like I told you earlier off air, like attracts like. And you guys set a nice tone,
Mhm.
and you're attracting entrepreneurs, inventors, activists, models, old dudes, little old ladies.
Why are old dudes like a different category?
No, I'm just saying the demographic is very diverse. I noticed that. I was standing in the courtyard
There's
area.
enough people to be like, there's a lot of old dudes here.
But yeah, I mean,
and the activists, it's very unintended. We didn't expect it to happen, but boom, it happens.
I like it. It's totally my type of thing.
I'm waiting for wizards to show up.
Maybe we already have. Bum, bum, bum. And well, I'm there. I'm a wizard, kind of. I make potions. I mean, that's wizard
Yeah,
like.
but you've never. I'm not going to say it because you're probably going to lose a lot of fans.
Okay. I don't know if I have fans. I don't know if anybody's listening right now, but nobody's probably listening.
All right, well, come to find out, you haven't like watched or even read Harry Potter.
No, I have read it. That's not true. I
All
got
of
to
them?
book number 3,
That doesn't
but
count.
I can't watch the movies.
It's been years.
But I
It's been
have to
years.
read. Okay, I'm reading like 12 books right now.
You've never had like a Harry Potter marathon? What is going on with you?
Medical school. I learned.
You have a day, right?
I don't know. I've been figuring out ways to talk
You
to
should
people.
not have.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to be doing my show for a while. I need to catch up on Harry Potter.
There's no catching up.
Okay, audiobooks. I'll get some audiobooks. And I'll listen to it. Is that legit?
Are you going to do that before you watch the movie?
Yes, I have to go in order. I'm super crazy about my book to movie ratio watching.
Are you going to do like a
sequencing.
reading and audio?
No,
thing?
not
Like
simultaneously.
if you get tired of eye reading, you're like, all right, I'm close my eyes and then hear the word.
No,
type
I'd
of
rather
reading?
just listen to it because I could like paint and listen to it. I could make a potion and listen to it. See, I'm a multitasker.
But you're not really in it.
True.
If you're not gonna
You want me to
read,
like
then don't.
dive in the book?
Just watch the movies.
Oh, you're
At least.
okay. I could see now. Now he's helping me not be neurotic. This is beneficial. I'm so glad you're here.
For my next event, do you want me to throw a Harry Potter marathon?
Maybe yes. Then I could like distribute potions and watch Harry Potter.
Okay, well, great. I'm going to ask everyone for their Christmas lights. No, not Christmas, Halloween lights. And we're going to make it look like a Harry Potter theme. Because you better have seen the movies. No? If not, then you're going to be in the room with the TV, and then we're just going to play Harry Potter movies.
Oh gosh, it will be a test.
No, you're going to love it.
All right.
Then everyone's going to come in, and they're going to love it. They're never going to leave.
I'm gonna have the Harry Potter room. That's right. I need like a robe. And I have a staff already. Is that part of it?
Now you just lost another half of fans. It's notorious that wizards use wands and not staffs.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I need to get my nerdication up. Like,
I don't know which one is stronger.
I don't know.
Gandalf had a staff. He didn't do shit. Harry had a stick. He did shit. So the stick difference seems to be... What is that?
Wood.
What do you...
I don't know what I do with it, but I
This
like
is like a hobbit staff.
it.
What is this?
It's my Lavonne cane. It's my petrified wood cane.
Are you this short?
I'm pretty short. I'm only like 5'2". That means my arms are only like 2.5 feet long.
This was like a baby Gand. This was like...
I'm not that big, dude.
This is like my first staff.
It's like a training staff.
Yeah, this is the one they start you off with. On like the haystack dummies in the video games.
So we've got this whole wizard thing going on. Scribbles is convinced that I'm from Harry Potter and I don't know it yet.
No, I just think that your personality and your whole theme would be so much better if you really use your wizard. If you use like a wizarding theme, people would be there all the time. With me having different rooms available, and last week when you had your space was very homely. I'm just saying, if you threw like some vials here, some scrolls, some wands,
Send me your wands. I need them.
well, you could make your own, which
That's
is
true.
a fun, good time.
No, I
mind you.
saw a video actually. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make wands, and I'm gonna put rocks in them.
You put rocks.
I'm
in
gonna
the
put.
wand?
Yep.
You can't reveal that.
Well, nobody knows what they're gonna look like. It's in my mind.
You gotta find like a hair of something. Just be exotic. Hair of like Australian.
Wolverines.
I was gonna say like an Australian homeless man. That probably would be pretty bad. I don't recommend the exploitation of transients in any way. But if you had one of those hairs, the potency of the hair is a lot more than the average.
Oh, you're gonna get my wizardry up. Oh man, I need to get my wizardry up. I'm gonna work on that. Thank you for your advice.
Please don't
So-
quote me.
You've already been quoted, log tagged, archived, whatever the lingo is. So you're alluding to more events. Like you don't just do Wednesday night. What's going on there? Now I'm super excited. Like tell me. I know there's a Thursday thing. What's that?
Okay, so the Thursday thing is an art school that I wanted to start. Although I don't have any official documentation of the name, I want to call it the Elephant Paws Artist Collective. Is that? I think that's it. If not, I'll go back and fix it. It's probably it. However, it's just a bunch of amateur artists that have a good space to kind of meet mutually and kind of paint together and share ideas together. And I think that's what's more important when people have the passion of art versus having to pay X amount of dollars. Granted, I know everyone wants the nice teachers and everything, but the people that aren't as fortunate could still have a place to learn and kind of still get some form of teaching. And no one themselves are teachers per se. It's more as there are some mediums and ideas that I've never tried, and maybe that's more your thing. I'm going to ask you how you approach it, and maybe using some of your ideas, I'm able to accelerate my own knowledge and skill.
Skillshare.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better than the 4 minutes of me explaining it.
No, I love you explaining it. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You're probably like amazing at Scrabble and stuff.
Actually, no. I overthink it.
Oh, bullshit.
No, it's true. Okay, here's how I work. If it's too easy, I'm not interested. I gotta find a way to make it complicated, and then I'll do it. So Scrabble, I mean, I've got 500 words going off in my brain as opposed to 2. So then I spend like 10 minutes trying to figure out which one of the words would best fit the scenario.
I think you theoretically think that, but when you only have 6 letters, you're only going to have like 3 words tops.
I don't know, man.
You're like,
This brain's pretty intense.
do I go with the easy 6, or do I do the build-up for the 19 hitter?
Exactly. There's too many variables, so I ponder all the
I
variables.
word myself in a corner that way. There it is. I needed him to add this word. I don't know. Is that actually what people think in Scrabble? I'm not even a good Scrabble player. But
You reminded. I need to play Scrabble. We should do that. We should do that. And have a Scrabble battle. Scrabble off. Scribbles. Scrabble off.
That's definitely not a thing. I'm make a Scrabble off. We could do scramble eggs.
Yo.
Like a breakfast day.
There you go.
Eat breakfast for night.
Ooh, French toast.
Like with the space as well for the Wednesday events and the school. Well, not the school events, but for the Wednesday events, I do want to theme it for sometimes.
Ooh, I love it.
I want to do like a pajama night, and then I want to do like a poker night where you can actually not gamble with money, but you could still get the gambling experience by having like true.
How about cannabis buds?
Well, we can't do that
No.
It's velvet. You don't want to. Like,
Oh
mess.
yeah,
You don't want to like mess
we'd have
up
to have
there.
we'd have to have like a rubber table. Or something.
However, we did want the chips to be redeemable in
Okay.
more medicinal products and or art. Although no money because that would be illegal.
Yeah, we don't do that. No.
Totally don't do that.
No.
Is there a sarcasm meter somewhere?
We just hit the sarcasm button. Does that work?
No, because I don't want you to sing it.
I didn't sing it. It just came out that way. I was definitely not singing.
I'm holding your staff. I'm pretty sure you sang it. I'm pretty sure you thought you were a Disney princess. And you're saying everything as a child, and you're still waiting for your letter.
Nah.
You should have had a smaller stick. Gandalf is never coming.
All my secrets are out, dude. Thanks. Great, now they know my life story.
Your lack of story is what it's missing. Well, yeah, that's the point. But yeah, we want to do different themes. I want to do like a breakfast theme, and then I want to have like a food night where everyone just comes and pays for the taste of different foods. Yes. It doesn't have to be medicated at all. Just have people just try different things. I know some people specialize in barbecue, fish food. Just have a different variety and have a bunch of people just come. I want to make curry. I love curry.
I love curry so hard. It's not even... I dedicated like 3 years of my life to learning how to make curry. Oh, I want to eat curry every day. Sorry, but not sorry. I love curry. Please continue. I'm drooling now. I can't talk.
Yeah, I understand that. Curry it down a little bit.
I'll curry it down. Calm down,
just have different events as well. And there are some adult-themed events that could also happen. But those are probably a little bit more hush. So I probably shouldn't have even said that.
Yep. We're just going to take that off the table. But no, there are things in the... There's so many things that are possible, and I love that you're exploring the options. It's really cool. I want to touch on what you said about those who are less fortunate. I identify with that. I got in debt going to college because I wanted to obtain a piece of paper, which didn't even matter. Still doesn't matter. You know, but it really affected me, and I didn't get to go to the school I wanted to.
What was your like? Was it art?
No. I went to conventional medical school and got in debt because I went there knowing I wanted to be a holistic healer, but I went so that I could refute it because I wanted to learn what they learned so I could know for sure. That's like I'm crazy, but or methodical. I haven't decided. It's one of the two.
Okay.
So I go to conventional medical school just to learn about drugs and diseases, acquire a stupid, retarded, no offense anybody, it's just the word I'm choosing for the amount of debt that I have now. And it's so exuberant, like the job I got after as a result of said school didn't even cover like all the things, including student loans. You know, just enough to like survive. So now they're garnishing me, which is super awesome for, you know, and they take 15% of check so that at the end of the month, that's what, 60%? Right? Am I doing math properly?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they just do a monthly thing.
Like, no, they took 15% per check from me.
You don't add it up.
Oh, I am adding it up because I'm not
mad.
I know, I'm kidding. That was a really bad joke.
Bigger number.
I know that was a bad joke. But it's just it's not a fun experience. And like how cool would it be to just go to like an organized, really cool place and learn a skill with the comrades? I like that.
That definitely helps a lot, especially just for those that have never thought about art as being a way to make a living, with the thought that you had to kind of die before your pieces were of value. It's kind of an artist thing. Very unfortunate.
It's a horrible thing.
Like, there's going to be a side business of fake deaths.
I was going to say.
Just to kind of accommodate artists. They're like, hey guys, you want to go into like artist debt? We fake your own death, but we give you like 15% of your own paint profits. Come on, you'll do it. You've got nothing else to do.
You just gave away $1 billion industry niche. He wants all the royalties for that.
Well, if that could happen. But just having that together is nice. Now, with it as well, I want to organize so we go to galleries together as a group. I want to do it so if we fundraise, we can take trips even further. Just because everyone helping each other is kind of the whole goal. And for my other events, if a student's painting sells, the student themselves gets, I'm thinking 70% of their own proceeds, 20% goes to maintaining the property, and then 10% goes back to the whole organization to fund either more trips or supplies for everyone. Sounds like a pretty cool deal, especially for people that have nothing to do on Thursdays.
In San Diego.
Yeah, same property.
Same property. You're really utilizing this space, which is, it is local. It's like central San Diego, but it's just far enough away where it's, the neighborhood is unassuming, and people, a lot of my friends are like, whoa, I got kind of creeped out because it's like nowhere but there. And I'm like, that's the point. How are you going to have a secret market like out in the middle of nowhere, or out in the middle of everything? But I'm trying to communicate that it's a great property. It really is, and the more people know about it, even though it's secret, it's like the club. You know, the club we can't talk about.
Which you've probably been like given citation like so many times already.
Yeah, I allude to it. Like right now, we're obviously talking about it, but you should tell your friends, and you should come.
It's definitely nice. I would love it if more people came, but we definitely like to keep it controlled.
Oh yeah, I respect that too. It's comfortable.
I don't want to turn it into like a giant thing, just a smaller, not giant thing.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Like you want him to be safe, but effective, I guess, is a good word.
Yeah, definitely. But we're always going to try to keep it dynamic. So if we have too many people coming all the time, then that makes every location all the better. It definitely speeds up the growth that could be too premature to where we're not able to handle the capacity and the safety and just the regulating that it needs. So slower growth is more my thing, but if it grows exponential, hey.
Okay, I hear you.
I'm sorry.
Can I ask you, like, what's your it may sound off topic, but it's definitely related. What's your understanding of the word anarchy? Something I've been talking about recently.
You're gonna get me shot.
No, I'm not. This is the anti-media radio. We talk about worse things.
We get shot for that.
No, you're not.
Double.
Please don't shoot my friend. Especially now that he thinks it's my fault. Hypothetically, in the future.
Damn it. My idea of anarchy is just people simply choosing to go against the quote system. Is that how you use that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. That. So yeah, pretty much that.
Okay.
People will go against the system in their own way. Is an anarchist. I'm not saying I support radicalism. Is that a word? Radicalism?
It just became a word. You said it.
All right.
It's a word. You made word-like sounds.
Yeah, people that are radicals are easily in the scale is someone who simply just doesn't want to get off the couch because they're too lazy. They're also anarchists in their own way.
True.
They avoid their obligation, whether it's child support, a job, rent, Netflix fees, with the essentials, essentially.
I hear you. Well, thank you for answering that. The reason I ask is because that word has a very, I think, a negative reputation. It's reputable for kind of the wrong things, I think. It's been made into a bad word.
Yeah, that's just not a good word
to use. Yeah, you made you uncomfortable when I said it. So
let's just not use the word anarchist.
We're not. There's a better word, and I I wanted to use that kind of as a segue. I apologize if it made you uncomfortable. A new word I've been trying to teach people is a word that my friends John Vibes and Derek Bros taught me, and it's agorism or agorism, agorism. And what that is very similar to the other word we use, but it's people gathering and being active towards creating a regenerative system that is not the old one. And
is that what you think?
Agorism. I think the future for humanity is agorism, which is people doing whatever the hell they want to do without, with respect and with proper safety measures and all that jazz to ensure that we're still taking care of one another, but with less restrictions from the MAN, if you will. It's just, I think that's the future. That's the only way we're going to be regenerative and like globally. People have to be able to produce what it is they're compelled to produce. There's so many restrictions on people. Like, for example, I have Lavonne potion. I've been formulating for a while now, but I haven't had the ability financially to pay rent, buy groceries, get gas, all those things, plus pay exuberant amount booth fees or advertising fees. Or it's really hard to network in the cannabis community. You know why? Okay, you're new.
Right.
Typically, if you don't go and pay hundreds of dollars and go to things like the High Times Cannabis Cup or, events like that, or you don't know somebody who has a shop or like anything of that nature, it's really hard to get your product out there. You're changing lives, including mine, where it allows people who are literally on the same page. We're all going there to meet cool people and experience awesome things because we know it's going to be there. And it's legitimate, creeper-free, in my experience thus far. But it's the real deal, and it's amazing. I have made some amazing connections, life-altering connections. Just because you said, "Hey, I want to do this thing," and you're so nonchalant about it, but it means so much to me, and I'm only one person.
Whoa.
That's gonna have it's gonna reverberate.
Well, thank you. I definitely didn't think it would get as big as it did, or does, or will be, or has been. My mind is always blown every week. I'm always thankful for everyone that comes, and I'm always surprised because yet every week more people do show.
They do.
And I try to think of it in the terms of, would I sell something that I wouldn't buy? And the answer is no. I want to keep it affordable for everyone involved, and I do take into account to, yes, everyone wants more donations than the other. If I could keep it as politically correct as possible than others, but I think about those that have to travel far, those that may not be as successful as others, and I try to keep it affordable. However, prices will fluctuate. I do think about the smaller guy at the end of the scale, so I don't look towards exuberant offerings to be a part of it. We want you there, and we think of you as a person, and you have a voice, so even if you have an idea, you can participate in the planning of the next week. If change of venue is in order, that's all possible. And when I avoid going the route of money, it keeps that sense of community alive, even between the vendors, versus if you go to the bigger events, you're probably just another number, just another vendor.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I
was going to say, versus you could tell me personally, and I'll take what you say into account. If you say, "Hey, Dee, I need this or I need that," or "Can we do this?" I'm going to try to accommodate you as fast as possible in relation to the whole event itself. So I do think about everyone involved, which is what I'd like to stay around.
I can tell. I can genuinely tell. I have a really awesome BS meter. It's highly attuned. Um, Seriously, it is. But what's cool about your event, though, dude, like, seriously, is like, I can sense that you're focused on the community. It's so evident. And you're creating what's called affinity. Affinity is the most important thing in the world because you're establishing relationships with people and you're giving them somewhere to dig in their roots and grow. And I like it a lot, so much. And I think it's amazing. And you are dealing with people a different way. And it's going to get, I know you don't want it to get huge, but how about one in every little city, you know? You could figure out what to call it, but you could do that.
Oh no, we already have names. Oh no. We do actually have plans for that. But I by no means have the wishes of seeing it get like multiple statewide or even nationwide.
But if you just inspire people to do their own, because it's like a book club, but for different things. Kind of,
True.
you know? It's like, hey, you have an interest in art? Let's make a little gathering / Skillshare.
Like, these events aren't my end-all to be-all. It's just something I wanted to do on Wednesdays.
I feel you.
So,
But what is your end game? Like, you're a blooming artist, I guess is a good way to say that. You're more than that, though. Like, what do you imagine? You're a young man. Might be a daunting question. I mean, your frontal cortex is only developing this year. So, sorry.
like, you low-key tried to diss me.
No, it's not
It's like,
offensive.
don't worry, you haven't officially finished growing. So
Nah, it was a
your
nerd
flaws
joke.
are not your fault.
No, I'm just saying. No, that's what's daunting about our existence in this world. It's like, why am I an adult when I'm 18? That's not fair. I shouldn't be making these important financial decisions that are going to haunt me for like 30 or 40 more years. Like, in all fairness, we're not done developing. Like, our frontal cortex doesn't develop till we're 23. It's supposed to be one of the most significant years of your life because your brain goes, like, supposedly everything clicks together.
You made it seem like my mental balls are going to drop.
Well, it already happened.
Is that what that was back then? Okay.
That's what that sound was.
I hit my neck. Is that?
So much tension relief now. Thanks, Lavonne. No homo. I'm just kidding.
What?
It's a really, really deep inside joke for someone who's probably not even listening. But sorry. It's not sorry. But I mean, like, what do you envision? I guess is what I'm asking. Like, what do you see in your world?
The whole Perlo Gore thing was just a way to help build myself as an artist. Like, I never planned on being some multi-corporate entity just sucking up money from everybody.
No.
I just wanted people to say, hey, that guy could do things, and then get my name up as an artist, and then start an art school, and then through my own name give people credit and support them, because I really want to observe the artistic or the creative schooling industry to a certain degree, just to give students that alternative educational route, that because they may not want to go to a college, they could just join my school or what I'm doing. I don't want to call it a school to offend anyone who's like, that's not a school because the school has X, Y, and Z.
Life is school.
Yeah, what she said. But to have a space for everyone to come and draw, and maybe you don't have $100,000 for a bachelor's, because I think it's really bullshit. It's a creative thing. You're not opening up. It's not heart surgery. It's not like you're cutting open. It's not dental work. It's creativity. Yes, there are techniques that are fundamental, but once one person knows them, everyone can learn them.
That's very true.
So,
I mean, to touch on what you said earlier in the same notion, when you pay for a degree, you're paying for the experience of that particular teacher, which is random, essentially.
I don't think it is random. I just don't think it's quite as necessary. If you think of it like this, you're going to end up spending $100,000 for your degree. Granted, you don't have it all at the point, and you're going to spend more due to the interest of your student loans growing anyway. If you were to take that same 100,000 and draw every day for 4 years for 8 hours a day, and you use that money solely for more art supplies, different equipment, and the occasional like private teacher, you would probably be pretty fucking good at drawing at the end of the 4 years and still have plenty of money left over to spend on a car or the beginning of purchasing a home or just a good nest egg. You probably have like 40, 50 grand left over if you only spent the money on art supplies and private lessons. And I think just college is bullshit. Helpful, but it's not. I don't want it to be the only choice for everyone.
I agree. Sorry about the F-bomb.
Is that not allowed?
I don't think we can do F-bombs. I think we can do the other. It's okay. Just scratch that one off somehow. Somebody. But you're freaking right, dude. It's okay. I dropped an F-bomb at the live March Against Monsanto speech. Ugh, that was horrible, but awesome and effective. You meant it. It's because it's true. You had a feeling behind that statement, and it's robbery. It's robbery. If you research enough, you realize that the same people who own most of the universities are the same people who own banks. A lot of these trade schools, what they do is they recruit like the army. They target low-income children, and they get them signed up for subsidized and unsubsidized loans, and they teach them a trade haphazardly, and like 9 months, throw them out into a field, and they're just weighed down by so much debt right out of the bat. Boom! Like, it's getting sucked into but there's not that many jobs. So, you see, it's just a vicious cycle.
Well,
And I agree. You could use that money doing other things, traveling.
I think the whole college thing was a formula for the older way before, credit cards. What I assume is probably the 70s or the 80s. I am purely assuming. We live in a more technological age where we can't use the old methods. I mean, I taught myself programming through Google, YouTube. YouTube almost single-handedly has taught me tons and tons of things that I didn't need to go to school for. That before, this information was so secretive that I would have had to have gone to college, joined a secret society, and done all this sort of stuff. But now YouTube just kills the middleman. It makes all information free. And I'm a very, knowledge-thirsty person, so I'm constantly looking up new things and new things and new things. And I believe as long as you have a Google degree, you're going to be able to do almost anything. And even, probably not how to do, like, heart surgery.
I don't know.
You could probably do most car fixes, granted, if you have the equipment required. You could probably YouTube how to fix your problem most of the time for the common man. And even if you don't, I wasn't, this is probably going to speak poorly of the technical field, but I had no idea what I was doing, and I just had general computer knowledge, and I went in as a printer technician for a place, and for my first job I literally Googled how to fix the problem. I did what any other office people could have done. The only thing that made me different was I had the right screwdrivers. And I was ballsy enough to,
We're good.
just open it up, and I did. I ended up fixing the printer with no experience, just using Google on the spot. So
That's amazing. F-bombs are A-okay. Oh, what? Fuck. I haven't been saying fuck for 3 years? Oh, man. Sorry, I just found out I could say fuck. That
No.
says it's okay, right? That says that they're A-okay? Oh my gosh, all this time. I'm sorry, but I just needed to get that out. There's so many fuckery opportunities I missed out on. Sorry. Sorry. That just happened.
Oh no, now I don't feel bad anymore.
Dang it! I'm just kidding. They're
Now-
not allowed.
Now I feel bad for feeling bad.
I'm sorry. But you're right. You are. Please continue.
What was I talking
What were you talking about? Oh, next subject.
about? I feel like it was important.
It was important. I'm sorry, I got so distracted by the possibilities of F-bombs. Sorry, we medicated ourselves quite well before we did this because we felt like it was necessary. But now we're getting laughed at. This is great. But
I feel like it was so important.
it was so important. I'm sorry. I'm really good at ruining things.
Yeah, anyway, my thing on Thursday, go to it. You'll learn things. I'll be there. But just the concept is, if you think I do figure drawing, because that's all I focus on, if you want to learn from me, I'll teach you what I know. Granted, I'm not saying I'm a professional.
We were talking about Google degrees.
Oh, we were talking about
Now I remember.
Wow, okay,
my
never
brain.
mind.
My brain bought a bag around
Yeah,
town.
so
Woo! Go brain.
scratch the whole art thing. Google degrees. Yeah, that's the way of the future. If honestly, as an IT tech, you literally pay me because I Google better than you. So you
You should put that on your resume. Google level expert.
well, you could do that. Like you could literally I fixed so many computers growing up just Googling the problem
Mm-hmm.
and just Googling. That's all you need.
You're right. You know, I've been saying it since I was blessed with this opportunity to use my voice in such a manner. Like, I'm not unaware that it sounds different. Like I have a noticeable voice. People remember my tone. Like I'll be talking in the grocery store and I hear someone on the other side of the aisle. Lavonne, is that you? Like I can't hide. Like it's a thing. But I used to be made fun of it for like what, however long you're in grade school, that long. Oh my gosh, you have the weirdest voice. So when it became a tool for power, empowering people, you know, it was very empowering for me. Just if I can't say that enough right in this particular sentence. But it's true. And I'm so grateful in this time of technology where I don't have to know everything. I just have to know how to know it.
What?
I don't know everything, but I know how to know it. I don't know the answer to everything,
okay.
but I know how to learn. You know, I know how to find the answer.
That makes more sense. Cause like,
Sorry, I like riddle. I like to tangle up my words. It's fun for me. I gotta complicate life,
I was like,
friend,
where are you
or else
going
it's
with
not
this?
easy.
Where-
It's too easy.
took me on the embankment. I'm coming back down.
But we're so blessed because we can learn anything. And that's part of this program is these people are listening to us online, which is anti-typical, anti-conventional. And, you know, they're not listening to broadcasted FCC regulated waves, which I wish I knew.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Granted, I give it another 20 years tops before
Oh.
cable is done.
okay,
And
but
everything
still.
isn't just everyone's person. They're going to charge you more for bandwidth in the future due to everyone having their own voice. And that's also the problem because there's so many voices that people naturally are going to gravitate towards somebody or another.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be all bad. Everyone's going to think they're like
I think
this shit. Everyone's going to think they're really cool.
See, I don't do this for me. This is not about me. This is about reminding everybody else that they have a power just like me. I'm not unique in the sense that I'm better than anybody. I think I'm unique in the sense that I know how awesome I am. I truly value and love myself so hardcore, and I'm not ashamed of it because I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world to just honor yourself. And you do that. I think you're able to be the best you and the truest you when you have that internal affinity. There comes that word again. I love that word. And I really respect myself, and I think I'm the shit. I really do. I wake up every day, and you know what I say to myself? I'm like, hell yeah, Lavonne, you're awake. You gotta make this day like the best shit ever, because you don't want to get out of bed right now because it's so damn warm and it's like you're captive in this thing. It's like I'm a prisoner to it every day. When I wake up and the sun's on my face and I'm like, get out of bed, you gotta do some amazing things, and I like prep talk myself. But that's important. We're in a world where we're bombarded with shit. We're fighting for each other's attention. My only purpose when I have your attention is to empower you in some manner. And if I ever cease to not do that, I will not do this. Whenever I have not been on air as scheduled, it's because I was not righteous. I didn't feel like I was in a place to share. I don't share unless I have it. So if I'm not myself, if I'm in a fucked up mood, like I don't want to share that fucked up mood. I want to let it process. I want to deal with it and apply it to my life and understand it, then move on. And if that could help anybody in any sort of way, go team.
I really don't know how to respond to that, bud. Cool.
That was an epic rant.
Oh yeah, I was like, what?
What is she talking about?
Where is this going? Okay, I'm down.
No, wait. That's the power of technology. Is like, no, it's connecting people. But to bring it back around, because I'm really good at connecting the dots. The future, I don't think, is excessive bandwidth everywhere. You know what the future is? Okay, what day is it? It's January 29, 2016. Here's Lavonne's prediction for 20 years in the future. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Everybody will, in my world that I've created, be reminded of how amazing they are. We won't even need this type of technology. This technology is a tangible version of our subconscious. We're all connected already. This computer just allows us to realize it. I don't even think we're going to need wires or machines. I really genuinely believe that people are going to be able to connect remotely with their bodies. I know that sounds crazy, but I've studied so much, not only about quantum physics and biology and electricity and all that jazz, but electrons, neutrons, protons. I really think it's the future. But if you live in a society where people are constantly bombarded with shit and you're fighting for their attention, when will they focus on themselves? Especially because we're taught not to think about ourselves. Oh, you're so stuck up. Oh, you're so rude. No, B, I love me. Get off this. That's what I tell them every time. B like bzz, like B.
Keep it real PG.
But thank you, Scribbles, for being here. We're going to have you on again.
Is that it?
I epic ranted us out of showtime. You still have time. Thank you, both Scribbles.
I'ma let 'em know through the stereo.
Thank you.
Yo, here we go through the stereo.